Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. Today's topic is what to do when you're feeling discouraged. At some point in time, we'll all be met with discouragement. Discouragement may come by disappointment in life or by some sort of failure. Discouragement may come by the obstacles that we face and also when we're going through hard times. But I'm here to tell you, although you may go through discouragement and have discouraging times, it's important that we work not to stay in that state of discouragement. Because what happens is if we allow discouragement and the feelings of discouragement to fester, discouragement can steal and kill your dreams. Discouragement can take you off the path of purpose and take you away from your blessings if you let it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things you can do whenever you're feeling discouraged. Now, before I get into those 3 things, I want to invite you to become a YouTube subscriber to my channel. Just go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and also the bell notifications so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. I appreciate your support. Now let's get back to our topic, what to do when you're feeling discouraged. So number 1 is I want you to remember the times. Remember the times. So I have a folder of a list of accomplishments throughout my life that I just keep, and I pull it out only when I'm having a rough day, those days when I'm feeling like a loser, those days when I'm feeling discouraged and I'm feeling down. I pull it out and I remember the times and I read over those accomplishments in my life. And they do help me to feel better, but it's really a reminder of where God has brought me from. Because me personally, God has brought me from a very long way. And I think it's good for us to remember the times and remember where we used to be and where God has brought us to now. So when we are able to remember the times, it will help us to build our confidence in knowing that, okay, if I've come this far, I can go even further. This is a minor setback, but I could keep on pushing and I could keep doing it. So it usually encourages me when I look at that list and when I remember the times of when I struggled a lot and when I didn't have a lot of faith in myself, but I look at what God has allowed me to do. I looked at my accomplishments and where I was brought from, and it encourages me. So it's important for us to be able to look back at our lives, and that will kind of like keep discouragement at bay when we're able to remember the times, and it will encourage your heart if you just look back over your accomplishments and see what you have done and say, hey, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So number 1, remember the times. Number 2, this one is really important. Do the spiritual work. We got to do the spiritual work. I say this quite often. I say that Satan, the devil, does not take vacations. He doesn't take any time off. So we can't be lax or complacent either. That means every day, continually, on a continual basis, we have to do the spiritual work. The spiritual work is prayer. We must pray. Prayer is essential. We must pray. We must read the word. We must meditate. Fasting is part of the spiritual work. So I fast for spiritual reasons as well. So all of these things add up, and it keeps us spiritually fit and spiritually strong. So when the hard times do come and when the obstacles do come and when discouragement does come, we're able to withstand the attacks. We're able to withstand the pressure. We're able to withstand when we don't have the support that we feel that we should have. So when you're continually doing the spiritual work, you're putting yourself in a place of empowerment. So it's important to do the spiritual work. Don't neglect it. And I'll say, sometimes when we are in a discouraged state and when we're discouraged and we go through something, the last thing we want to do is pray. The last thing we want to do is go to God, because some of us feel like, okay, God, why are you allowing this to happen? Why am I feeling this way? Why is my life taking this course? And we sometimes begin to blame God or others or whatever. But I want to challenge you. In those times when you're feeling that way, that is the exact time when you should be praying. That is the exact time when you should be meditating. That is the exact times when you should be reading scripture. You know why? Because that will give you the power. I can't even tell you how many times I have been discouraged, and I'm discouraged a lot, but I keep on going. I've been discouraged and I have prayed, although I didn't feel like praying. The next day or the next hour, God lifted that heaviness, the heaviness of discouragement. So I'm here to tell you that when you feel a certain way, when you feel discouraged and you don't feel like praying, but you pray anyway, that's when your help comes. So when you don't feel like doing it, go ahead and do it. Do the spiritual work when you're feeling discouraged, and do it on a continual basis. Do it in season and out of season, and I guarantee you that you'll be strong and you'll be able to withstand any attacks that come your way from the devil. So number 2, do the spiritual work. Number 3, finally, be prepared. Now, some of us have been on the path of purpose and on our journey for a while, and we feel like we haven't gone anywhere, and we're discouraged by that, and that it's taken us so long to achieve some of the things that we want to achieve in our lives. I want to say the thing that diminishes discouragement is productivity. So you have to be productive. Productive when we're idle, and when we're sitting back and we're throwing pity parties for ourselves, and when we're not doing anything, that's when discouragement will come down and pound us really hard, is when we're idle. But when we're productive, being productive diminishes discouragement. So I want to encourage you to be productive when you're feeling discouraged. And with being prepared, I just want to raise the point that it's important for us to create small wins. So when I say create small wins, I mean begin to do those little things that you've kind of like been putting off. And when you do make small accomplishments, it helps to build your confidence. And those little things will add up to bigger things, and you'll be at a place of, okay, I feel empowered now. So small wins, meaning a small win can mean washing the dishes in your sink. A small win could be rearranging things in your closet. A small win could be reading the book that you've been meaning to read. Although you've read 2 chapters, at least you're 2 chapters closer to the end. So small wins, doing those projects around the house that you've been meaning to do. Small wins. If you're an artist or you're artistic like me, start that sketch, start that painting, write that song, small wins. So when we do small wins, when we start doing the little things and we start accomplishing the little things, so as soon as I get discouraged, I get to work and I just start doing little things that I know I should be doing, and I do it and I feel better about myself, and I say, okay, I feel pretty lousy today, but I have this small win. I washed the dishes today. I mopped the floor. Small wins, So it's real easy when we're going through and when we're in our feelings to kind of like sit back, make it a Netflix night, sit back, scroll through social media, sit back, feel sorry for ourselves, or call those people up that will have the pity parties with us too, or text them or whatever. But I'm going to encourage you not to do that. Prepare yourselves. And if you have been on a long journey and you're not feeling like you're where you're supposed to be in life, I want to encourage you to, in that season of waiting on the Lord, in that season of waiting to be where you want to be in life, prepare. Prepare, become excellent, gain mastery in the things you want to do, get knowledge, get information, become the best. Master your craft. Do the very best that you can to prepare yourself so when you get to where you want to be, you'll be set, you'll be ready, you'll be 100%. Even if it means some people have the goal of being wealthy. Okay, well, while you're broke, a lot of information is free out here. Educate yourself on personal finance, and educate yourself on investing, educate yourself on saving, educate yourself on budgeting. And as you prepare for wealth, when you get it, you'll be ready and you won't squander it. Same thing with any other goal you have in your life. When you get there, you'll be ready and you'll be prepared. So while you're in a season of waiting, prepare yourself. So those are my 3 things. I hope that you've been encouraged by this video, and share this video with someone you think it might be a help to. I wish all the best for you all, and we're all going to go through disappointments at some time in our lives, but remember those 3 points, and remember to get to work whenever you're feeling discouraged, and remember it's only for a season, and this too shall pass. So take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next video.